What? I am shocked and dismayed about the lives of countless individuals after listening to this introduction to baseball record you lent me.
Oh. You didn't like it? It is a bit old.
Never mind the record, it was eye-opening and quite graphic in the specifics about this vicious American pastime you refer to as baseball. Good grief, and I thought rugby was bad.
What's wrong with baseball?
Only the most violent game on the planet, I hear, after listening to this. Do you not know what goes on in these dreadful skirmishes? Are you not enlightened about the subject?
I have a feeling I'm gonna find out. What were you enlightened about?
Well, first they spread everyone out onto this oddly shaped field of sorts, and then each of them is given a strange attachment to put onto their hand with which to defend themselves from the carnage to follow. Then they put one poor soul in front of all of them and proceed to throwing rocks at him. It's terrible, and the technicalities are most distressing. Do you know that each time he's hit, they call it a strike? I wasn't too sure about this, but it seemed that, on average, he'd be hit 3 times before being knocked up cold right there, bleeding in the dust. And then they'd tote him back to a dugout to bury him, I suppose, and send a new one out to be slaughtered. They do it to 3 of these obviously misinformed fools before switching sides and proceed to knock the stuffing out of each other. And as if this isn't bad enough, all they have to keep these poor souls alive are these blind referees who have to step in and yell out to the team in the field to stop the barrage every time the poor soul being peppered goes unconscious.
Sounds horrible.
And on top of all this, there's animal abuse.
What?
Yes, it seems that the dear fellow having rocks thrown at him is allowed only to be armed with a homemade dinner plate for a shield and a poor innocent fruit bat, which he swings over his head as a weapon with which to bash the bloomin' rocks back at the villains who are throwing them at him in the first place. It's shocking to think that this hasn't been reported. And as if that weren't bad enough, there's legalized theft as well.
Really?
I heard it plain as day on this record of yours. Yes, legalized theft. Though it appears to be allowed as sort of a reward system. See, if the man being destroyed manages to survive, or dodge the rocks by some miracle, he's carried out to the right side of the field and dumped there for safekeeping. But, since he was able to survive, they let him steal the anchored marker in the middle of the playing field. Problem is if he tries to do so, they start throwing rocks at him again. And if they knock him down before he reaches his destination, he doesn't get anything and the whole thing is a wash.
Dear me, that's just terrible. Just terrible.
It's barbaric is what it is. And do you know how they pick who wins? After being beaten down by rocks, each man is given a chance to run in circles as many times as he can without falling down or expiring. Then, these circles are tallied, and the winner is named the team who ran the most without withering away like weeds after being beaten within an inch of their lives. Game over.
Maybe I should have given you a video introduction to baseball.
Forbid the thought. I don't think I could stand to watch such inhuman behavior. Personally, I think I'll stick with cricket. Far fewer injuries that way.